Let me start off by saying I do not think that Boruto is better than Naruto in any way. The original Naruto and Naruto Shippuden are both maybe an 8 out of 10 to 9 out of 10. Not quite a 10 out of 10 because there's a lot of things wrong with that, but that's another video. But I really do love the original Naruto series, and I do think that they are worth your time, and they're some of my favorites. However, Boruto is a different story. Boruto itself takes place roughly 15 to 20 years after the original Naruto Shippuden ended. And without going into too many spoilers, because there's a lot of people who haven't watched it, the show itself is very strongly based off of what happened in Naruto, and that's partially what I like about it. At times, it is a little annoying because they won't always be that well connected, like they'll ignore certain things, overrule certain things. Not often, but enough that it gets a little annoying. Now, some of the things I hate about it, besides how many fillers there are, I mean, obviously I'm not the first person to point this out. There's a lot wrong with this show, but some of the big things, I think, are the fact that a lot of the times in the fillers, because there's a lot of fillers, he takes a back seat to his own show where he isn't even the main focus in a lot of them. Now, he is in the normal part of it, but considering the show is roughly like 70% fillers, he doesn't get a lot of screen time in said fillers. It's like he's not even the main character anymore. And the reason why there are so many fillers, it's a little bit different with this show, is because the manga is coming out so slowly. The anime has to produce these episodes to keep people interested in the show in the meantime while they're getting these new arcs out from the manga. So it's understandable, but they're not very well written. 90% of them are just rescue or retrieval missions, and it gets very boring. Or somebody's birthday party. There's a ton of birthday party episodes. It's a little weird. Now, I could be like everybody and complain about the animation because, let's be real, this is pretty bad. But I'm not going to because, honestly, I don't think the animation matters when we get fight scenes that look this good. I could also complain about how people are always talking about how some of the characters were nerfed. I don't really think that's the case. I think we don't see them in action as much, but I don't think they're necessarily weaker or stronger than they were in the original show. Honestly, I think that the plots for many of the canon episodes, or the non-filler episodes, are fine. I think there's a good amount of connection between this and the original show, bringing back old characters. Nowhere near as much as I like to, but I think that's something people have to accept the fact about, is that this isn't Naruto 2 necessarily. This is, in a sense, but you have to understand, though, is that this is no longer about the same characters. It has the same characters in it, but this is about the next generation. This is Boruto, not Naruto 3. Though I obviously love seeing the old characters, and I think it's amazing watching them do things again, we have to embrace this new generation. And that's another thing I do like, is how a lot of the new characters, some of them are, direct copy and pastes of their parents. Like, I'm not even gonna deny that. Especially characters like Inojin, Shikadai, and especially Boruto are just the same characters over again. There's plenty of new ones with new powers from new clans where they're not just recycled, they're completely new and different, and they're adding nice flavor to the show. And obviously, don't get me wrong, I do wish I could see the adult characters more. I mean, I was like 20 episodes in at the start, and we still had barely seen any of the old characters. And I love seeing them growing up because that's some of the best parts. And obviously, they don't exactly look as good. They're adults, and I really wanted to see that. But we didn't get the chance to, or as much anyways, but I think it's still fine. I think another thing that doesn't get talked about enough, or that does get talked about in a negative light just by default, I think the villains in Boruto are actually incredible. I don't think they're quite as good as, say, characters like Madara and Pain as whatnot from the old show, but I do really love some of them. Because they're a very good combination of villains created in the old show, like due to consequences and things that happened in Naruto, they now exist now. And I think there's a good mix of those characters and new ones that don't have anything to do with the old show. It's a perfect mix. I think a lot of the characters now aren't necessarily cool. I think a lot of them have a good potential and at the very least, give good development to the cast of kids. Another thing I'd like to mention, it's not really plot or Boruto related, it's just the way it looks. The color scheme of Boruto is really amazing. Just the way the colors pop, The purple, the green, the pink, the blue, it's all just so vibrant. It really does scream Next Generation. Like, when I think of those colors, I really do think of Boruto or Rainbow Six Siege, either or. But I just love the way they pop in the openings and the character design. I think it really does just sell the Next Generation. Now, obviously, I don't usually enjoy things. My entire channel so far has basically just been complaining about things. But I really do think, though Boruto isn't good, I'm not defending it, it really isn't as bad as people say it is. It's really just not that bad of a show. It's not as good as Naruto, but it's not bad either as its own thing. And that's about it for this one. Honestly, I don't know if this video will still be up. I tried to make this video about a week ago and it just kept getting taken down, so I had to start from scratch again. Hopefully it's still up. Hopefully I didn't break any rules with this one, but with any luck, it will still be up by then. So thank you for making it this far, and maybe I'll post another one like this, a few more reasons why Boruto isn't that bad. And that's about it.